As we look ahead to Juneteenth celebrations, we'd like to bring your attention to a brilliant new collection that completely reimagines stories from around the world. Crowned, magical folk and fairy tale stories from the Diaspora is filled with stunning photography and brings to life past, present, and future visions of Black culture to create a society where all children feel empowered to move in a world as their true, authentic selves. And joining us now is a husband-wife duo and world-renowned photographers behind all the magic, Regis and Kahran Bethencourt. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you so much for having us.
Congratulations on yet another New York Times bestseller.
Yes, thank you. We're so excited. Oh my goodness, we were so surprised to learn that yesterday. So we're still on the cloud nine.
So it's still just as exciting each time.
Yes. Oh my goodness, we honestly were not expecting it.
Tell us a little bit more about the book and how you came up with the idea.
Yeah, so we had done, a series of photographs with kids of color, just dressed as princesses and princes and, fairy tale characters. And so we wanted to do a book that really represented, our youth and really told their stories. And so this book is really a fairy tales book, but it's also a celebration of diversity and empowerment. And really, we are just wanting kids across the African diaspora to be able to see themselves represented in, these fairy tales.
How'd you all come up with the idea?
Oh, man. It was just kind of going back and forth with reading the older stories and then wanting to, kind of retell the stories, reimagining them for today's society and standards so that these kids will learn, kind of be more independent and, kind of deal with the issues that they have to deal with today's society.
Yeah.
But it's not just the fairy tales, right?
Yes.
You also wrote your own.
Yes, and so that was super important to us because, we wanted to obviously, pay homage to some of the existing fairy tales, but the thing that we get excited about most are the new fairy tales of our own. We have a Candyland story, we have a story with a little girl who is a princess with no hair, and we really wanted to highlight new stories that had not been told before, and so that's really where we get to use our imagination and we get to just really have fun and, kind of come up with some new things of our own.
As you all know, Disney got quite a lot of criticism when they decided to cast Halle Bailey, a Black woman, as the Little Mermaid. Have you all gotten similar backlash?
Yeah, we definitely get some, but I always feel like anything that we share, we're always going to get some folks that don't agree, and so I know that we're on a mission to really empower kids and empower youth, and so I feel like we just kind of have to keep that at the center and the focus of what we do, and just kind of ignore the naysayers.
You can't please everybody, so you just have to stay focused and deliver that message.
Yeah.
I know you said ignore the naysayers, but is there something you would say to critics when they're just taking hold of, in many cases, what are fictional characters, but saying, keep them as they were. There's no need to have a reimagination. Yeah,
I think people don't understand how important it is for kids to be able to see themselves represented. A lot of times when, you're young, that's your world. You only know the fairy tales and the characters, and you really feel like you have to try to measure up to, what's being told in the stories. And so it's important for them, to be able to see themselves reflected in their own stories, so that it gives them, a better sense of self as they navigate through the world.
Yeah, it's their first impression of the world, in general. So.
And as I'm looking through the book again, you actually have real children. What's it like to work with them and as we have them, as princesses and kings and queens?
It's so fun. I always tell people kids are like, just unlimited creativity. They are down for whatever. So they're down for all of our crazy ideas. That's really why we love working with them because, they are just open to anything. And so we're able to, put them into all these unique costumes and, they really have fun with it. They, really get excited about seeing themselves dressed up in that way.
And the photography really is just out of this world.
Oh, thank you.
As much as this is geared toward children. Is there a message for adults as well?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think, I think anyone can relate to the stories in the book. We all want to, just kind of live out a little bit of fantasy, right? But there are also life lessons in the book as well. There's lessons about, self-love. There's messages about, just being true to yourself. And so I think there are messages that can relate to young and old.
Are these images that would have been helpful for you all to have personally growing up?
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah.
We always say that, and we always get that from people that reach out to us saying, I wish I had these types of images growing up. We didn't have images that look like us in terms of, the books that we were reading, the characters or the, toys. And so it's really important for kids to be able to see themselves reflected.
Our response from adults has been, like, amazing.
Yes.
We've had adults who cried over some of the stories. And, because it's
something that I think it's something that people have been wanting for so long.
Yeah.
So for them to actually see it come to life, it's a big moment for them.
In cases that some people didn't even know that they needed, right?
Yes.
That you provided this. Thank you both.
Yes, thank you so much for having us.
The book and for coming on. We want to let our viewers know Crowned is now available wherever books are sold.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.